He found her half-naked behind a church. Only later he learned she was alien royalty. The night was thick with rain, the kind that pelted the ground so hard it bounced back into the air in a fine mist. Daniel cross-hunched his shoulders as he made his way down the cracked sidewalk of the old district. His boots squelched with every step, the cold seeping through the leather. The church stood ahead of him, its spire stabbing into the dark sky, a faint halo of yellow light glowing from the stained glass windows. He'd been called here by Father Mitchell to repair a faulty generator. Simple enough. Except the church was in a part of town no one visited after sunset. As he rounded the corner into the church's courtyard, he froze. Something, or rather someone, was crouched behind the stone steps. Her skin glistened under the dim light, pale like moonlight itself. Her hair a tangled waterfall of silver that stuck to her back from the rain. She was wearing only a torn strip of fabric around her chest, and a long skirt ripped halfway to her thigh. Her bare feet were red from the cold, and she clutched something metallic to her chest as if it were life itself. Her eyes snapped up at him. They weren't human eyes. The pupils were vertical slits, glowing faintly gold. For a moment, neither of them moved. You shouldn't be here," she said, her voice low and melodic, carrying an accent he couldn't place. Daniel took a cautious step forward. "You're freezing. You need help." Her fingers tightened around the object she held, now visible as some kind of smooth silver orb with etched symbols that shimmered faintly even in the rain. "No hospitals," she said sharply. "No police." Daniel raised his hands. "All right, no hospitals. But at least come inside. There's heat." She hesitated. The rain traced rivulets over her strange, almost luminous skin. When she finally nodded, he took off his jacket and draped it around her shoulders. She flinched when he touched her, as if unused to contact, but didn't pull away. Inside, the church smelled faintly of candle wax and damp wood. Father Mitchell was nowhere to be seen. Daniel led her to a bench near the back and fetched a wool blanket from a closet. "What's your name?" he asked. Her gaze flicked to the crucifix at the front of the church before returning to him. "Leora." "That's beautiful," he said. "I'm Daniel." She didn't reply, but her eyes softened for a fraction of a second. A stranger in the shadows. The generator repair was quickly forgotten. Instead, Daniel fetched her hot tea from the small kitchen. She didn't drink it immediately, just held the mug in her slender fingers as if testing its warmth. "You're not from around here," he said carefully. Her lips twitched, almost a smile. "I'm not from your world." Daniel blinked. "You mean?" "Yes." She lifted the orb slightly. "This is the only thing keeping me hidden from those who hunt me." Despite the absurdity of her claim, Daniel couldn't shake the strange certainty that she was telling the truth. "Who's hunting you?" he asked. She glanced toward the rain-lashed windows. "Soldiers. From my father's enemies. I escaped when they attacked our vessel. My guards died buying me time. I found your sky path." "You mean the atmosphere," Daniel guessed. Her head tilted. "Perhaps. I do not know your words. Only that I fell, and when I woke, I was here. Unwelcome guest." The sound of a door slamming echoed through the church. Daniel turned sharply. 3 men in dark coats stood in the entryway, their silhouettes sharp against the lightning-lit night. Something about the way they moved, too smooth, too precise, set off alarms in his head. Leora's hand clamped around his wrist. "They are here." Without thinking, Daniel led her toward the back, down a narrow hallway lined with storage rooms. He shoved open the door to the boiler room and pulled her inside, closing it softly. Through the gap in the door, He saw the men fanning out through the pews. One of them raised a small device that emitted a thin, searching hum. "They will find me," Leora whispered, her voice trembling now. "Unless," she held out the orb. "This will cloak you as well. If you hold it, they cannot sense your life spark." Daniel took it reluctantly. The metal was warm, pulsing faintly, almost like a heartbeat. The hum from the search device grew louder, then stopped abruptly. The men moved toward the exit, their faces blank, eyes strangely reflective. When the door finally slammed shut behind them, Daniel exhaled. "What the hell are they?" "Not human," Leora said softly. "They are my people's dead, remade as weapons. The weight of royalty." Daniel leaned against the wall, staring at her. "You're telling me you're, what, an alien princess?" She lowered her gaze. "Not princess. If my father falls, I take the throne. That is why they hunt me, to break my bloodline. And if they catch you, they will display me as proof of their victory. Then they will end me." The rain outside intensified, drumming on the roof like a war march. Daniel ran a hand over his face. He was just a guy who fixed things. This wasn't his fight. And yet, something about the way she looked at him, as if trusting him with her entire existence, rooted him in place. "All right," he said finally. "We'll get you somewhere safe." Her gold-slit eyes widened. "You would risk yourself." "I guess I'm bad at walking away." Flight through the city. They slipped out through a side door into the maze of narrow alleys behind the church. The rain blurred the neon glow of the distant city into a smeared canvas. Leora kept close, the orb tucked against her body. A low hum rose in the air, different from the rain. Daniel looked up. 3 hovering drones swept overhead, scanning with cones of blue light. Leora yanked him into the shadow of a crumbling archway just as one beam swept past. "They will call more," she murmured. "We must reach high ground." "High ground. My craft. It lies hidden beyond your river. But it will not remain unseen for long." The river crossing. The old suspension bridge groaned under their weight, its boards slick with rain. Below, the river churned black and furious. Halfway across, a metallic screech tore through the night. From the mist ahead, one of the dark-coated hunters emerged. Only now Daniel could see the truth beneath the human disguise. Its skin was pale and waxy, its jaw unhinging to reveal rows of needle-like teeth. Daniel shoved Leora behind him. "Go!" The creature lunged, faster than any man should move. Daniel swung a length of rusted pipe from the bridge railing, catching it across the jaw. It stumbled but didn't fall. Leora's orb flared suddenly, a burst of golden light that made the creature shriek. It staggered backward, smoke rising from its skin, before tumbling into the raging river below. Daniel's chest heaved. "Remind me never to make you angry." The hidden craft. They reached the far bank, scrambling through reeds until the silver shape of Leora's vessel emerged. Sleek, organic, like a seashell wrought in metal. Its surface shimmered faintly, rippling like water. "This will take you home?" Daniel asked. "Yes," she said, placing a hand against its hull. The craft responded, a panel unfolding like a blooming flower. Warm light spilled out. She turned to him. "Come with me." The offer hit him harder than he expected. Leave Earth. Leave his small, ordinary life. Part of him wanted to say yes. But he shook his head. "This is your world, not mine."